Noted. Of course, we'll have other elements to explore with you, but I would like to go back to some of the statements that you've made here. You mentioned that if the president is not careful, he will lose more than ECOWAS, he will lose Nigeria. And when referring to the president exploring military options, you stated, and I quote, "We are waiting for him to do that." So I'm just wondering, when you say you're waiting for him to do that, what reaction, since you're also a political activist, what reaction do you have in store should he choose to explore the military option?
When Saddam Hussein invaded Kuwait, the next 3 hours, the president of the US then, George Bush Sr., went on the air and said, "This is my last message to Saddam Hussein. Get out of Iraq or you lose more than Iraq." He refused to go out and he lost Iraq. If Tinubu decides to go and invade, along with ECOWAS, to invade Niger, he will lose more than ECOWAS, because definitely we are going to the polls anytime, any day, anytime soon. We will go back to the votes. We will go back to the polling stations. And that is when Nigerians will realize that they have been called upon in the past. Be wary, be careful, beware of a Tinubu presidency. They didn't hear. Now we are seeing the manifestation of absolute failure and incapacity, inability, and lack of experience. Only an inexperienced president, barely 3 months in an office, can begin to think of war. Therefore, our option, violence is not an option. Our options are always, under democracy, our voters' card, our voices, our communication, our resolve to work in team and ensure that people who are bloodthirsty, who cannot go to the blood bank and get a blood, rather they want a fresh blood, will not govern Nigeria, will not preside over Nigeria, and will not continue to decide the fate of Nigerians. Already it's a country where everybody is on his own, everybody for himself, survival of the fittest. The devil take the hindmost. People are angry, they are hungry. Businesses have been crippled. Relationships have been destroyed. And yet under this terrible situation, somebody is thinking of war. Perish that thought of going to war. But for war, let him go to war. In war, there are multiple casualties from both ends. Only God knows who are going to be the casualties of the war between Nigeria. In fact, it's even between Nigeria, because Nigeria will sponsor this war, either by getting loan or by mortgaging anything. Other ECOWAS countries are gasping. They are economically dispossessed. They are down. They are below zero line. Let us see how under this situation he will go and borrow money to fund a war, a white-collar war, a war of emotions, and a war that will take him nowhere.